Hello. Welcome, everybody, to the Ramen Room. This is Randall Williams, and I am sitting here with the coughing, wheezing Ed himself.
Yes, sir.
Hassan Hancock.
Hey, what's up, y'all? What's going on, man? It's going down here at the Ramen Room Studios next to our wonderful people next door to us. Who are they? Universal Studios next door to... I'm making all that shit.
I was like, hey, we next door to Universal. We big now.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah. Just came back from WrestleMania. No. Like, WrestleMania was 2 weeks ago. Nah, man. How you guys doing today? I'm glad you can be a part of this whole show, man. We got a good show lined up for you guys. Randall, tell them what they about to listen to.
All right, we're not going to keep you long. We're going to start off talking about Spider-Man Homecoming. Trailer came out weeks ago, so, we're always up to date.
Sorry, guys, I vape. Y'all heard it. That's the last time you're going to hear this episode.
He always says...
Yeah, that's yeah, I'm not going to hide it. I vape. I don't want you guys to think I'm flying sober out here. Shit. I like my vape, but Spider-Man Homecoming.
So the trailer came out.
Yeah.
Mostly positive. It was weird, the way it began. But
it's about the long one, the one where the suit does more than what he can.
Yeah, that one. Then we're shooting one where we basically feel like we basically get the plot of the entire movie in the trailer. And I guess my thing is, that was more my
Wonder Woman's gonna be better.
You think Wonder Woman? No, I don't know. Let's not get carried away.
I just want to throw that out there.
Wonder Woman's trailer was better because I feel like I don't have. I mean, we can guess the plot, but they didn't actually show me. Like, I mean, it was too much in that trailer. It didn't really take my excitement down that much because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. But I think, you
saw the whole movie in that trailer.
Yeah, it's kind of a damper, and I don't know how you felt about that or if you felt it was.
I don't think Vulture is the good way to go, but
I think it helps. Michael Keaton seems to be doing a good job with him. I think if you get the right person in the role,
he played Vulture in the other movie, didn't he? Well, that was a different movie, wasn't it?
Oh, we talking about Birdman?
Yeah,
Birdman. Yeah, Birdman. Right. Similar aviary sort of.
Something like that.
But I guess like for example, and I bring it up because we had two situations with we had the Justice League trailer come out, and it showed quite a bit. But considering we hadn't seen anything at all. It was perfect, and it still left a lot of questions.
Right.
How much involvement will there be for Atlantis?
Right.
The team coming together. What's it? But
when you boomerang back to Spider-Man, then what do you see?
You see everything.
You see the whole movie.
We see. They already said we've already seen most of Tony Stark's role. His scenes in the movie, but we see Peter have the suit. Lose the suit. We get to see Tony give him his little lecture on why, and then we see Peter use his homemade suit, and then probably come up with his own suit at the end. Like it took some of the enjoyment out. Like rather than leaving me as hyped as I thought I would be, I was kind of like, oh, this is. I wish I hadn't watched this.
It's just the fall of Marvel, man. It's definitely something that's planned. People,
it's clearly they're done. They should just wrap it up.
I'm
talking about movies, comics.
They should be absorbed by DC. We'll do better by them.
Give Spider-Man a nice dark red suit. He'll kill people.
Yeah, we don't want
to give the Snyder treatment. Just
obscure stories. We're not going to do anything like that. We're going to give them a superhero treatment. We're going to make them superheroes.
Oh,
again.
Good. Oh, yeah. Good. I didn't know they did that at DC.
Make superheroes great.
But
again.
I guess how do you feel about that?
What happened?
about trailers? Do you watch or you avoid? Like how do you do that?
I watch the trailers.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I watch it. I'm still gonna go see it. That's the thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna not see it.
Yeah.
It's just something I thought was a little weird that they did.
It was too much.
Yeah.
They did that with that. It was too much with that. I don't know. They showed too much in Spider-Man, but they have a hard time making me feel anything for the
Guardians.
Yeah.
I'm actually in a similar spot. Like I want to see it because I enjoyed the first one, and I like superhero movies, so I'll see it. But yeah, it is weird. For some reason, something about this is it's not. Maybe Guardians would have been better as a one-off. Like, there's no way Disney would have left that alone. But does everything need to be a franchise? It could just have one good movie and then we move on to the next.
Yeah, guess they can't.
Until we see them in Infinity War.
How long are we gonna be until we get to Infinity War? What the hell are we doing?
We still got quite a few.
That shit I'll be doing, man. It's taking too long. Nah, I mean now. Granted, I will say Disney's putting in work this year, so you gotta kind of respect the pizza, man.
Respect the pizza.
Yeah. Old Little Caesars type. But now you really kind of do. I mean, because they got. I mean, they went 50-50 or 25-75 or whatever the deal was with Sony and got Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
They showed a lot in that trailer, but yeah, we're gonna go see it. There's probably some stuff that we ain't seen yet. That's probably the thing. Usually, sometimes if done right, even though we feel like we've seen a lot of what's happening in the trailer, there's usually some fan type, stuff that you're going to see in the movie that's going to be like, dang, they didn't show everything. Wow.
Right. I hope. I mean, and I hope so. And I'm
really hoping.
And I get excited to see the stingers. At the end of the movie to see, what's Thanos? Is he down the hallway now? Is he around the corner? Like, how's he slowly?
Yeah. He's probably in the Andromeda Galaxy, which is about 600 years away from Earth. I'm sorry, I had to say that. All my Mass Effect fans out there. Nah,
but it's just trailers are. It's such a double-edged sword because trailers can really get you hype or
they can hurt you.
Or really mess you up.
I mean, but I think Spider-Man. I think this time around, they really got Spider-Man spot on. I just think they need to stop with the trailers. I think we got it.
Yeah,
it's April. Jeez,
movies out in July. I mean,
look, we can. Thank you.
Yeah, like they need to let it simmer. Yeah,
thank you so much.
And it's funny because we contrast that. We have Spider-Man. We saw too much. Justice League. We're still like, hey, let's get some more details.
Yeah,
like,
that one. are we going to see a better looking cyborg in that?
Yeah,
can we,
I'm not going to hold my breath.
They got him in a green suit. So he got a black man with a fro and a green suit. How they pull that off? They got the jokes in there. What's your superpower? I'm rich. So funny, Batman. Pay for that sense of humor. No.
Oh man, I will say people are responding well to Aquaman. It seems.
Yeah,
they really like.
They really feeling it,
which is cool. I mean, he finally gets his time in the sun.
About damn time.
Look. The thing is, you think Aquaman, you're thinking him riding a seahorse, orange and green. Hopefully, this movie gets that. People can change their mindset about Mr. King of Atlantis.
Yeah, he the Khan or something like that. And is that what they call themselves? The Khan.
The Khan is that what he? No, but not too.
No, in Game of Thrones, wasn't he?
Carl Drogo. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So he got a little seahorse action in there, for you. Him and them horses there. The Thor, I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
I think that's where things are going to start jumping up for real.
Yeah.
I think everything we're seeing right now is not going to make a difference.
Yeah.
We're not going to see a difference in Spider-Man. We know it's going to be good.
Right.
It's going to be really good.
Right.
We're not going to see any difference in, Guardians of the Galaxy. Mm-hmm. I'm just not really excited about that. Batista, his jokes in the first one.
See, that's what concerns. I'm afraid it's going to be too much. Like they're going to try to recapture the first
same magic.
Yeah, and it's just going to like the Baby Groot thing again, and it's kind of like
nothing goes over my head because I would catch it.
Yeah, like in the first
when you funny.
Yeah, like I loved it when I first saw it, but I don't want a whole movie of that.
Yeah, just jokes, Star-Lord, jokes.
See, someone. I wish DC and Marvel could make that peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Marvel would take some of that DC dreariness and have a little seriousness in the movies, and DC would light up a little bit, and we'd have some.
Just a minute ago. I was telling my fiance the other day. Mm-hmm. Actually today.
Yeah.
There's more action in Legends of Tomorrow than there is in the entire season of Iron Fist, and it's just.
Man, that's.
Iron Fist was definitely.
But yet somehow Iron Fist is like the most watched.
The sleeper,
crazy.
on that. Yeah, Iron Fist was the most watched.
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah, like it was nuts.
Most disappointed.
it was
like, yo, man, why isn't he fighting? Who was this white guy? Why is he white? They didn't change it. Ow! Why does this girl keep running around with a sword?
Hey, don't you dare speak ill of Colleen Wing.
I'm not. She go to a gunfight with a sword.
Yeah.
That's how she do it. And she ain't dead yet, so she's doing something right. Meanwhile, Iron Fist, He has the magical veins in his hands. They glow up in the middle of the night.
Fortunately, I think the Daredevil showrunner is supposed to be behind the Defenders, so hopefully it'll be a step up. And I'm hoping that Iron Fist is successful enough that they can get a second season, but they can look at what they did wrong and fix those issues because they're fixable things. It just was a surprisingly poorly done series.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, I've heard for Iron Fist 2 that Bruce Leroy is going to be his enemy. So
I'd actually watch that. No, forget Bruce Leroy. I want the Shogun of Harlem to be.
You got the last dragon.
I want Danny Rand eating popcorn with some chopsticks in the movie theater.
Got the glow.
You
got the how that song? I'm gonna play that song.
I'm so bad. That was such a ghetto movie theater. Like some dude brought his boombox during the movie, started breakdancing. Like what?
That's what happens.
It was a different world, man.
I mean, you know, the little kid had more spunk than anybody at the hands.
Where's that reboot? Where's the Last Dragon reboot, man?
I don't know, man. Who's going? I should play. I should play.
You do it, man.
Yeah, I would say somebody else. No, I want the role.
Catch some bullets with your teeth.
Yeah. We got a little sidetrack on that one, but that would be kind of dope, though.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah. And what I was saying before was Disney has got it. Like they really have a lot on their plate this year.
Yeah, they do, and I think the formula is starting to show a bit.
Yeah,
as far as they know how to make a safe, successful movie, put in these elements, switch them up a little bit, and go. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out for like Black Panther and some of their next phase of movies going forward.
They're probably going to make the most. They're probably going to come in as the most paid studio yet again this year.
Oh yeah,
because I mean they kicked it off with Beauty and the Beast.
Oh yeah, I mean that's been a huge thing just in and of itself.
I mean that stank ass animality, sexual relationship shit people like to enjoy.
It's a bunch of degenerates.
Yeah, just the talking candelabra.
I didn't realize you had such strong feelings about Beauty and the Beast.
I mean, teacup with his chip on it. I guess he has a gap. I don't know. That's his gap. Got a gap in his cup. No.
Real quick, I just wanted to get your take on. So after the Homecoming, came out, Amy Pascal from Sony was like, "Hey, basically she was hinting or saying that like Sony." Like, he's on loan. This may not continue, the Spider-Man stuff working with Marvel. And then we spoke previously about the Venom movie, and then all of a sudden talks of Black Cat.
Yeah, and, don't copyright infringe.
Silver I know, right?
Don't do that.
Don't mix the cat ladies up. What if Halle Berry came back? Just
reprise the role. Halle Berry's back as Catwoman, and this time she's fighting against Peter. The fuck?
But Sony came out, Silver Sable and Black Cat.
That'd be nice.
They were have a spin-off movie, and then there's that alleged leak, test footage for 2099. I was curious what your thoughts were, because to me, I don't understand what Sony would hope to accomplish out of a bunch of Spider-Man side characters without Spider-Man. I mean, and I guess if they decide they want to take their toys and go home and bring him away from Marvel, I don't know if they can reference his MCU adventures, if they get a new Spider-Man.
Probably could. I think they're going to be able to continue it. I mean, people keep alluding to the fact that they won't be able to do it. I mean, they still got Spider-Man 2 that's going to be, I think after he'll be in, I think Marvel's doing, they're doing this.
Yeah.
Homecoming.
Yeah.
Then he's going to be in Avengers, the one.
Yeah,
about the Infinity War. Shit. He's doing Infinity War and he's doing Spider-Man 2.
Right.
And I mean, but that's a lot.
Yeah. But I mean, to me, if you're Sony, the last 3 Spider-Man movies have been okay at best.
I guess
why not sit back, collect a check, and let Marvel
handle things?
Yeah,
because that's
because Marvel, as far as Marvel still has the merchandising rights either way. I think so.
The rule of thumb is this, man. The rule of making money is making money by yourself, man.
Yeah, but you can make, rather than your company, which is already teetering, and you're gonna try it on.
Sony ain't teetering. Sony ain't teetering.
Okay. We want to go check because.
They okay. They sold that building about 5-6 years
Sony
ago.
owes me money right now. Everybody.
Well, I keep buying their products, so they'll be all right.
It's just a solid number one Sony.
You got that right. Just like Shia LaBeouf and that ticket sale he got. Did you hear about that?
Come on,
overseas, he made $850. Literally, we ain't talking about $850 neither. We talking about $850.
So I gave him a 10. He had to give change back.
One person, Shia LaBeouf. I think he's gonna stick to rapping there.
Yeah.
That was way off subject.
But the point is, I mean, I can see why they would. I can see they can convince themselves too. But to me, it's smarter for the long run of character success, the genre success for the movies, and for their own success, is let Sony Spider-Man, who people have been begging to put in the MCU, stay in there.
I guess we'll have to see. I mean, this is a trial run. I mean, when this is just me. I don't work for none of these guys, but
yeah,
I honestly believe. I mean, you can't go into a new deal and not put a time limit on it. Because you want to see where they're going to go.
But I'm sure Disney had they have good lawyers too. They had to be like
they had to comb it. Everybody had to protect it, and because this is new. This is not just new for comics or whatever.
Yeah,
this is new for business in general.
Yeah.
I mean, this is why you don't see the Hobbit, helping out Luke Skywalker. This is exactly why.
I would love to see that announcment. People would lose their minds.
Blow their mind back. Watch Luke Skywalker as he fights for Middle Earth.
People would be like, what?
This is exactly why you don't see that. I mean, it's just one of those things that...
But, I guess my thing is, to me, time and leverage is on Disney's side, because Sony's scenario is if it doesn't do really well, it weakens their position,
right?
And it puts them in a position where they're forced to have to sell. Mm-hmm. They're in a better position, as opposed to right now they still hold some of the cards by saying, I mean, they can play coy and be like, oh, maybe we won't make a deal with you, Disney, but Disney still has to play ball with it. It just I don't know. It to me, like I said, the 2099 test footage looked cool. And the idea of, I don't know why, maybe Miguel.
I haven't seen the test footage. It's good.
It was concept art, and I didn't actually see the video, but they described the 2099 Dr. Octopus, and it would involve Miguel going back in time and dealing with Alchemax, before really
doing Malcolm X.
Alchemax.
Oh, I was like, damn.
Well, he might be Malcolm X. Spider-Man and Malcolm X.
Kind of civil rights movies. Miles Morales goes back in time to free the captured Malcolm X, also known as Big Red, from the clutches of
Big Red.
No. That would be kind of interesting. I bet you everybody would turn out. Oh yeah, and I forgot. That's next year. Black Panther.
Oh yeah. People excited for that. Just
a whole bunch of it's a Negro show.
Hey, casting all the black people they can.
All the black people.
I mean, I think John Boyega's in it. The dude from Black Mirror / Get Out's in it. Michael B. Jordan is in it.
Yep. He signed that contract real fast. He's like, yo, man, Fantastic Four kiss my ass. I still haven't seen it.
It's not good.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I saw it in the theaters. I fell asleep.
You saw it in theaters?
Yeah. It was not.
I want to watch it just to say I watched it, guys.
Yeah, I mean it's not. I don't want to say that when I fell asleep. I was more tired than anything.
Is it worse than Ghost Rider?
No, because Ghost Rider's just
okay.
laughable.
All right. Okay. I'm glad you brought me back. That's nice. Thank you, man. Such a generous guy. I'm gonna check it out now. But yeah. I don't know, man. I mean,
I guess what you would think about spinoffs. I mean, I guess it would be like if some other company had some DC characters and we're like, we're gonna make our own Nightwing movie separate from Batman. Like,
I'd have to see. I mean, because I wouldn't mind it. Because Batman has an extensive family.
Yeah.
So, and they could carry their own weight. I mean, even if they made like a Clayface type spinoff show, that would be dope to me because he's probably one of the most powerful.
Honestly,
people.
that actually would be kind of cool. I was just thinking about it, like if he's like an anti-hero and he's like just basically changing appearance all the time,
and
kind of a detective series. That
would be dope. I mean, but Spider-Man, I don't think he has the gallery really.
No, and a lot of his gallery and a lot of their stuff really is focused on is their interactions with him.
Yeah,
it's
never apart really.
Right, like you could do Gotham with Gordon and Penguin and Two-Face going to war with each other because they're both criminal. Batman's interaction doesn't necessarily have to inform that kind of stuff. I mean, you could have Hobgoblin.
It's a thriving world without Batman.
Right, exactly.
And they do a good job too with shows like Gotham.
Right.
Even though they have comics without. Mm-hmm. They got other shows. They got Bloodhaven.
Mm-hmm.
all these other places that are just thriving. Like you said, even in Gotham, it's just a lot going on. You know, like you feel like that world. I never forget back in Batman TAS. You know, when Dick Grayson had just got abducted into the. Can't believe I'm jumping over buildings program. You know what I'm saying? He you know, his family, you know, they had got killed in front of him, you know, but he had a feeling that they had a life before Batman interacted with them. You know, same thing with his son. You know, same thing with dang, name escapes me. I'm always
Dick.
Yeah,
not Dick. Tim. You talking about Robin or what character?
Yeah, Robin.
Tim Drake.
Is it Tim Drake? What's the other one?
Jason.
He came back.
Yeah, Jason Todd.
Jason. Yeah. I was gonna call him Tim Allen, man. I was like, that is way off. Tim Two Man Taylor is not. As soon as he get a call from Batman, he be like, but yeah, I mean, you just like you understood their stories that were fleshed out,
right? Like I said, to me, it just seems weird that you're trying to build.
Yeah, Spider-Man just, you're right. He always was involved. I wouldn't.
Yeah. Certainly, at least to the point that if you're a movie-going audience member, you probably should see him there first, and then maybe see.
Hey, but he was Spider-Man, and I won't be back.
Right? Yeah,
I'll probably take that. I'll take that.
Yeah.
At least he told us.
Yeah, right. You know, or why not? Like, why not? If you want to really do this so bad, go with Miles. Because they're doing their animated thing with Miles, build an animated universe or something like that. Or take Miles and put him in the live action if you want a competing spot. It just, I don't know, it seems a bit bizarre.
Miles would be good. I mean, but I think Venom is solid though. I mean, I like Venom enough to see Venom on his own.
Right.
And I'd rather him do it on his own to be, you know, just another villain in the damn Spider-Man 3 universe.
And I do agree with that, but don't forget, you already know Venom. Like, you already have context for him. If you're casual or barely understand, it might be, or maybe you don't care, I don't know. But to me, it just seems weird to have a Venom without Spider-Man. But that's just,
and that's why we have this show, so we can have those opposing views sometimes. Because I think I could. I mean, like you said, I mean, I go in there with the knowledge of Venom, but you know, maybe the special effects would be dope. Maybe it'll be better than Cyborg. Nobody knows. Maybe we're hoping that they are. I don't know. Maybe Cyborg will get his shit together. I don't know. We're hoping. We're pulling for you, Cyborg. We're looking at you. But
speaking of technology, you're the prophet of doom here, doom and gloom in the gaming industry.
Yeah.
We say we're at a standstill.
Here we are.
Take us away, man. What's the gridlock? What's going on?
All right, man. I mean, this is the deal.
Yeah,
I'm glad you brought this up, man. Yeah. Shout out to Randall for bringing this thing up.
Thank you. I do.
Yeah, we're at a standstill, man. I mean, we're no longer at a point in our beloved gaming industry where we can all say, "I'm gonna just buy this console because I just like Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo." They're all different,
right?
I mean, the PC is ever evolving because of new hardware every year. You know, they're not changing. You know, even like the service based systems like Steam are not going to really change.
Right.
You know, the only time they changed for real is when they came out with the Steam machine. But I don't know anybody but one.
Yeah, I was gonna say it did not go over that well.
But yeah, we're at a standstill. Completely at a standstill, man. And some people, I mean, if you go Nintendo, I mean, people say that you go Nintendo, you can, it's a great system to complement others.
Right.
Some say, Sony is better because of the exclusive games, the Japanese market or whatever. Sony doesn't really have the Japanese market on lock. I wish people would stop thinking that.
Honestly, it's funny you say, because I have the same impression that coming from my perspective, that I would assume that they do have it. I know, I guess maybe it is people just discounting Nintendo, but when you think of Sony, and maybe it is their marketing, you think that they have the JRPGs and all those titles.
I mean, and they get them,
because
of how hard Nintendo was on development. They didn't want. They wanted a certain type of game,
right?
Which allowed, which made other developers like, we're going to Sony,
right?
So I mean, you'll see a lot of your Gundam games, or the G Generation Fs or whatever, those schoolgirl games where you pull up her skirt and shit, all that perv games, You'll see that on a Sony console before you see it on a Nintendo console. Right. But in terms of sales, Nah.
Yeah.
Like,
that is interesting that you bring that up. Yeah.
And then Microsoft, of course, because of the services that they're pushing. You said it before. The branding that they have, the one play all thing, and that's dope.
Yeah.
They're trying to revitalize the store. I mean, Sony made more money on the PSN than any one of the other markets. In Sony, period.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
that's really what's keeping that company.
Yeah, that PSN is no joke. You know what I mean? And they be having some deals on there.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. They really be having deals, like especially if like a Plus member. So they, and not to mention that they increased the pricing of Plus.
Right.
So that's like, I mean, but it's now as a gamer, it's different.
Yeah.
When you go out to the store and you see a console. And you're thinking about, what console should I get? You really have to look at it as, okay, what experience do I want to have? Like, you can't just be like, I'm gonna just get the same experience from Microsoft on Nintendo. You can't, or on Sony. Right. And I mean, I think that's good, but it can also be bad. I mean, it'll be good for business. Don't get me wrong. I mean, but it'll drive unless you got friends who are going to do the same thing you do. I'm gonna buy me a Scorpio and a PS4 Pro. Right. Then you got people who are just gonna be like, I like what Microsoft brings to the table. Right. As opposed to what Sony does. I mean, you know what I mean? Like it really drives a wedge between.
And so you think that makes it a standstill?
Yeah, that's what makes it a standstill because you really have to think. Like, I mean, right now, I got the PS4 regular OG, and I got the Switch. And Switch ain't got shit on it. I mean, let's just, bare bones. I mean, born without skin. I mean, just, god damn, no intestines or nothing. I mean, straight up mindless. Just all the way live. But you hold the console, you're like, this is nice, though. I mean, that's what keeps you going. Right, I mean, you play some Zelda or something, and 1-2 Switch and Mario Kart, and that's it. But like on the PlayStation 4, all your friends is there. And so it's Crunchyroll, right, and YouTube.
Yeah. So I mean, would you say you would like it better if they offered more similar things?
Kind of, sort of, yeah. Because one of the things now that they're going into is like with the Switch is people don't understand why they are charging for online.
I'm surprised people. I could see why they would not want them to, and particularly I'm sure PC players are like, we don't have to pay for online, and I get that. But when you're these consoles, I mean, to be the most cynical, that's easy money. Like, it'd be crazy to turn that down, just even a little bit, to be like, you know what, you're gonna play on our system, you're gonna play it, so those have been a few dollars to play online. Yeah. Like, and plus, especially with someone like Nintendo, I'm sure they really do put that back into the infrastructure, and you want a good infrastructure for your online. You don't want no more friend codes. You want something modern.
Right. I mean, because, it ain't like they can just, get like $100 million out of the movie industry because, that's what they
and
sell.
It's funny. Yeah, that's 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 a difference, though. Like, Sony, now they're not doing as well in other areas. The gaming is really leading the charge, but potentially they have other areas of business to pull funds from or rearrange with. Microsoft, same way. Nintendo is primarily and almost exclusively, as far as I know,
amiibos.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
consoles and software sales is where they draw the line.
You've got two competitors that are successfully charging for online. You got to expect Nintendo was going to do it.
Yeah, I mean, how the hell they gonna make all this damn money across the street? But by we're gonna keep it free for the people. Yeah. Shut the hell up. kind of. This ain't no civil rights for games movement. But it does create a standstill. I mean, it does as a consumer. It makes you have to pay attention to what you buy, which is a good thing.
Right, it is good, but I can see what you're saying. It does make it it can make the choice a bit wary, especially when you're at the beginning of the generation or beginning of new hardware, because you can only predict so far. You can only go based on what they've told you and what you think is going to happen. And so with these costs, you sink in $300-400, and then a year later you're sitting around with this, nothing much to do, or it's not working as well. You're kind of out of luck because not everyone can afford all the consoles.
I mean, outside of affordability, some people just ain't got the time to play them like that. I mean, we live in a world where it's, you damned if you do, damned if you don't. People got kids, people got, jobs. I ain't talk about this, that swing shift at McDonald's. I ain't talking about that. People got, and that's included. Yeah. But that ain't just what we talk about. Right. People got careers. They got to do projects for companies. They got to, travel with their job. You can't.
Especially the core gaming demographic, especially the ones that grew up playing games. Right.
We were the originators. We were, I mean, and those kids, I mean, you know, we grew up and now, I mean, I'm about to get married. I mean, for peace sake, you feel me?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't really have time to be like, nah, babe, I'm not going because I got to
go to IKEA
boss.
today.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I got the water temple.
Got to go to the water temple. Got to go ahead, you know what I'm saying? Just got to go ahead and get past this boss baby on P5. I can't wait. I'm going to do it, though, and I'm going to call you when I'm on my way. That never happens, you know what I mean? Like, so, I mean, we're getting older, you know? And so, I mean, and...
See, and it's I can definitely understand what you're saying, because on the one hand, I do like them going divergent paths because it gives we just get to see a wider range of things, and it just it's from an outside perspective, it is interesting to see. Like, let's say Microsoft had stayed really media focused, and PS4 had stayed really hardware numbers, and you know Nintendo's super mobile. Just seeing the different offerings, but it still has to come down to the fact of the matter is you can only have so many. You can only have so many consoles. Consoles, they're not exactly a zero-sum game, but someone buying a PS4, someone not buying an Xbox, which means their vision is being supported, so that could falter, and it just there is kind of a risk.
Your average consumer, I mean, I'm talking about the person who's not anywhere near no core. Yeah. But just that person who's walking in the store about, okay, PS4,
right.
Microsoft, I mean, back like when it first started, you couldn't find a difference.
Yeah.
But they have Madden on both, Call of Duty on both.
Right.
They both have online offerings. One's obtuse, the other one's a box. I mean, let's just say on the corner, 900p 30 frames. Damn, what is that?
Right, yeah. But I mean, I understand from the manufacturer's perspective, when you're in that situation, you have to get people to decide. And when you're like, well, if you're someone who you play NBA 2K, a couple nights a week, and that's it, you're going to go with, well, my friend said he has a PS4 and he likes it, so I'll go with that. So they have to find a way to differentiate or court the core somehow so that they at least get some word of mouth. Because you're right, especially back in the, aside from, exclusives, and there was a time when there were more exclusives, and I think that was, some of the deciding factor. But when, your Xbox and your PS2 are basically the same thing, or your, GameCube.
They were the same thing. I mean, but now we're going into I'm glad you said that. PS2 and Xbox, I mean, because that's where we're at now. I remember when PS2, they had all the RPGs on there, dog. I mean, literally. I mean, he was like, "Damn, like really?"
Yeah. No, yeah. That was when I thought of PS2s. I was gonna get my weird Japanese RPGs. Get
your Kingdom Hearts and keep it pushing.
You know what I'm saying? I was gonna get some kind of game with a mech. Someone with blue hair.
Man, I mean, man. I mean, they had Mech Assault. They had what was that? They had Zone of the Enders.
Oh yeah,
they had what was the one where you build the robot?
I'm trying to. Yeah, you don't have to give me a little more.
Not Wild Arms. That's an RPG.
Yeah,
but it's it's like you build the robot like complete and you battle them, and they had like laser weapons and artillery and stuff like that. They came out with a lot. They came out with a lot of Then they had Ace Combat.
Oh yeah, I mean, but PS2 was big with that. Star Ocean, Final Fantasy.
They had all that. Xbox. What they got? We got Ninja Gaiden Black.
Right, but to an extent, that's kind of how the reputations began, because you'd have all that on PS2, then on Xbox you have Ninja Gaiden Black, you have Halo,
Xbox,
you have
they undershot. Ooh, I remember. Ooh, I had my Xbox, dog. I was so happy, man.
Yeah.
Because that's like Peter Molyneux. He has this game called Fable. And boy, oh boy, can you make a family and do what you want.
Right.
And couldn't do shit that they said you could, So they had the Lionhead Studios had to go a different direction. Like, that's real talk.
Right.
I mean, but now it's like that. It's starting to look like that now.
Yeah.
I mean, experiences was, Nintendo was different because they were broke. Let's be honest. Nintendo wasn't always, they got money in the bank, money in the bank. They're always in the black.
Yeah.
But they do that because they have this underpowered piece of shit come out, like the Wii with a new controller screen, and then you had to get the Wii U as a gamepad, but there's no games on it. And it's like, God damn, what happened to Splinter Cell? What happened to that? What's going on? What the hell is going on here, Nintendo? And now they are where they are now because there's like, you know what, we got that market. That's their blue ocean. Yeah, people who ain't got time to sit at home all day and play games, but they can play games on the way to work. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, or at work on break or on lunch or whatever they're doing, or with the family on vacation. I'm like, right, play some Mario Kart. That's dope. Yeah, that's Nintendo. But then you got PS4 Pro, 4K. And then you got Scorpio, 4K,
Yeah.
HDR.
Yeah.
And the service is different.
Yeah.
And that's the issue that gaming is so weird right now for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got friends who got Microsoft, you included. I came on high with the gospel, and you stay over there in Xbox land.
Yeah.
Hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, that will be done on earth as it is in heaven. The valley of the shadow of death is Xbox, man. I don't know. What do you guys think, man? What do you guys think?
Yeah, would you like to see a more coalescing of the consoles? Everyone always joked about that one console future, eventually.
But they talked about, my friend always thought, this is like his answer for everything. The way that, we can just squash everything is if they allow for cross-platform gameplay, I'm like, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. I think that would be a really interesting thing if they were to really dig into that, because it really becomes incumbent on them to make the differences. Because I know a lot of people have controller preferences, or to have which system has more of your friends, which one has the UI you like, which one has the exclusives you want. Because if you can play Overwatch with PS4 and Xbox One, it really changes up how you make that decision.
And that would be kind of cool.
Yeah,
I think it'd be cool. But are they going to do it? Probably not. Nah. Who knows? That could be something we see.
Well, we see shades of it in the sense that we see PS4 and PS4, PC, Xbox and PC. Is Rocket League PS4, Xbox One?
They were supposed to be the first one to do it.
Yeah, for Final Fantasy 14, they do that.
Sons of bitches.
Street Fighter, we see kind of it's just
it could be done.
Two. Yeah,
we know it could be done.
Yeah,
but we're supposed to see what Final Fantasy 14.
Mm-hmm.
But Microsoft don't want to play well. So
yeah,
and I understand that. Because if you do that, then there will really be no. What would be the point?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna buy a PS4 because I just like the controller.
Yeah. Well, some people it matters. Some people really. Hey, I'm telling you, some people we've had the argument about what has the best controller, but some people, I
get over controller screens after a while, though. If you got it, my favorite has always been mine's the Dreamcast, but
yeah,
I like it because of how you cupped it,
right?
But some people like to lock hands when they play or something.
Yeah.
I guess controller scheme would be whatever.
Yeah. It does come down to, and then I think the UI, like I said, the UI and services have become a big deal.
How's Xbox look nowadays?
They've changed it. The dashboard to me has never seemed that slow, but people did complain it's a lot snappier. They got rid of, you used to be able to press the home button and it would minimize the screen, and you would, instead, it just takes you right back to the home and brings up kind of a guide on the side, and it's a lot quicker. It's a lot more responsive.
Next time you come through, man, we're gonna come bring that. I ain't got no Microsoft products in this house, man.
Yeah, man.
Got no Microsoft. I ain't got a narrow one. I ain't got a Fitbit or nothing, man. Mm-hmm. Do they own that?
No.
Still don't have a Fitbit. But yeah, let us know, man. Let us know, man. Do you want to see, like you said, more of a coalescing of goods, of services,
mm-hmm.
Or do you like everything to be just completely different?
Yeah.
Do you think that's the best way to go? I don't think so. I think, as far as Twitches is concerned, YouTubers, YouTube in general, Twitches and YouTube gaming and esports, all this stuff. Yeah. There's a lot of harmony and union, going about. The only people who fight the most are people who are fans. Yeah. From your Xbox to your Sony ponies and all the Chin drones, whatever you want to call them. We're the only ones fighting, and it's only on the internet. Because when you get an opportunity and you go to these different cons and whatnot, it's a lot of, hey, what's up? How you doing? Right, so we need to capitalize on that. Yeah. More than making everything just user defined and different. Just completely different. And right. Start making a game that doesn't require so much so much power. Mm-hmm. And then speaking to the power of the console as if you need all that shit to begin with. You don't. Right. A game like Overwatch, you don't need 12 gigs of, GDDR5 memory. You don't need that, do you? No, you don't. Especially all you need is one. Yeah. So, but what about the 11? You feel me? But that's going to do it for us, I think, man.
Yeah.
You know, we said we weren't gonna keep you guys long. It's probably been like 40 minutes.
Yeah, actually, we're at 39:18 right
Okay,
now.
let's hang up the phone right now.
All right, bye.
See y'all next week. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff that we're not gonna tell you today. Be marvelous, be wonderful. Peace out.
Peace.